If you were the quiet one at school, the one that sat back and perhaps didn't say much, the one that would prefer to listen than answer every question, then this video is for you. Being quiet isn't the same as being invisible. You just learned how to listen before speaking. And that's a strength, even if no one told you back then. So today I thought I'd talk about being the quiet one in the classroom, because it's something that I can relate to and a lot of introverts can relate to. There's this thing about introverts that when you're quiet, people assume that you're shy, that you don't like people, or that you're boring, and that's not the case at all. Most of the time we're just thinking, we're just daydreaming. When I was at school, I was such a daydreamer. I would rather be thinking about something else, and for us, we're just paying attention. We're not the one making noise, we're not the classroom clowns. We just prefer to sit there and get on with things. We're the ones that notice things. We notice when someone's pretending to be someone they're not. We notice when someone's feeling left out. And we notice when people are perhaps hiding something as well. And that awareness is such a powerful thing. And I think a lot of people don't realise that. Being a quiet person is not a bad thing. And I know it gets picked up a lot if you're in school right now and you're quiet. It's something, that people notice and comment on a lot, and for us introverts it gets very draining when people constantly say, why are you so quiet? And we'd rather people don't notice, we'd rather people leave us alone and let us be quiet, but obviously that isn't always the case. One of the biggest misconceptions is that quiet people are lonely, and that's not the case at all. I was a very quiet person in school. I wasn't the one that had all the answers. I didn't put my hand up loads. Even if I knew the answer, I didn't want to put my hand up. It was just one of those things. But I always had a great group of friends. You can be a quiet person but still have friends. You can be a quiet person and still be outgoing in those moments when you feel like you can be yourself. Quiet just means that you connect deeply with your inner self. It means you connect deeply with your thoughts and your feelings. You don't feel the need to say things all the time. You don't feel the need to fill that silence or speak up or entertain people. Now, the reason why some people might think that being quiet is a bad thing is that the loud, outgoing people get noticed a lot more. Those qualities of being loud and outgoing and confident are very much praised and encouraged. It's not great when the teacher comes over to you and is like, oh, it'd be good if you could speak up and get more involved and answer the questions, and or they'll like single you out and be like, oh, blah blah blah, what do you think? Oh, so and so, what do you think? And like put you on the spot, which is the worst. That makes us introverts feel like being quiet is a bad thing, and it really isn't. If someone's not an introvert, then they just won't understand that being quiet is a key part of our personality. Because we get singled out, we feel like we have to be more loud and outgoing, and that if we are quiet, people are going to notice it more. So we've got to do something about it. Oh, we can't be the quiet one, otherwise, I'm going to get picked on. If you were that quiet person at school, perhaps you've now realised that being quiet is completely fine, is completely okay, and that you never needed to change in the first place. But if you are someone that is currently in school and is the quiet one, you're probably worrying about why you are so quiet and how you can be more loud and outgoing. In a classroom full of extroverts, you might feel like the odd one out, but there are so many people in the same position. There is this whole community of introverts out there that relate to you, that are exactly like you. And yes, we are all different, we are all unique in our own way, but we have so much that brings us together and things that we have in common. I want to start by saying you don't have to be the loudest person in the room to be confident. You don't need to try and be the one answering all the questions or the one making the jokes. If being quiet is something you're struggling with, start small and know that it's okay to be quiet. Like, the biggest thing to remember is that it's okay to be quiet. One thing that I would recommend doing is owning your quiet nature, because this is something I didn't do, and I always used to see myself as very flawed for being quiet and thinking, oh, I wish I could be more loud and outgoing, I wish I was like such and such. But owning who you are and owning your personality is one of the best things you can do. And as you get older, you really realise this, and you realise that embracing who you are is such a powerful thing, because that in itself gives you confidence to not hide away, not try and change yourself, but just show up and be who you are. You bring in the right people by just being yourself, and they find you. You find them, because you're not trying to be someone you're not. You're not trying to put on this front or put on this mask. You're just being yourself. As humans, we all socialise differently. No, extroverts are very upfront with their socialising and can do it quite effortlessly. You know, they strike up a conversation and it's just flowing from the moment they talk. But for us, we like those deep, genuine connections. Yeah, once you get to know us, we really open up. So yeah, it's just about realising that quiet people connect differently to loud, outgoing people. Listening is a strength that not many people develop. A lot of people can talk and focus on what they're saying, but not really listen to the other person. But us introverts, we do listen and we do take it all in, because that's then how we interact and connect with people. School puts everyone into a box. That's why so many people struggle, because everyone is treated the same and expected to do the same things and behave the same way and achieve the same goals. And we know that that's not the case at all. Everyone is unique. Everyone acts differently, behaves differently, has different traits. And so when someone tells you to speak up more, it might be because that's the expectation and not the reality. The reality is that quiet isn't a bad thing. So I just want to go over some tips that will help you grow as a quiet person. Tip number 1 is to try something uncomfortable every single day. One small thing that makes you feel a bit uneasy, but that you're just gonna make yourself do anyway. Don't wait until you feel ready. Confidence comes after you've done something, not before. Beforehand, you're gonna feel anxious, you're gonna feel nervous and worry about how you're gonna come across or what people are gonna think of you. But once you've done the thing, you realise that it wasn't as big of a deal as you thought it was. It's that relief of saying, yeah, I've done it. I've got that out of the way and I'm fine. Journaling your thoughts is also a good thing to do. It helps you understand yourself first before sharing yourself with others. So even just writing down a few words about being quiet can help you express those to others. A really good tip is to find one person who makes you feel like you can be your 100% self around, and start with them, and know that you don't have to be loud in front of people. It's not about proving a point. It's about staying true to yourself. Remember, you have the right to be anywhere, whether it's in a classroom or in a workplace, in any sort of environment, you have the right to be there. So please remember that being quiet isn't a weakness, and it's not something you need to change. There's nothing wrong with you, and you're not the odd one out, even if you feel like you are. What we need to realise is that we're not all meant to be loud, outgoing people, because the world would be very chaotic if it was. I get it, I understand it, I've been there. But please don't mistake your quietness for a weakness. Once again, thank you, and always be your wonderful introverted self.